Hi, I'm Don Stouter, and this is going to be another Photoshop Elements 2019 video tutorial. On this one, I'm going to demonstrate the new hub that Adobe put in Photoshop Elements 219. It's coupled with something called Auto Creations. I will talk about both of those in this video. Okay, well, let's get started. What you see here on the screen is actually the hub, and kind of just going in the upper left hand corner here, you can see Adobe Photoshop Elements 219 is the program. Over on the right hand side are various social media where you can upload your creations to. Here in the center up there, they ask you what would you like to do, and you could put in something you'd like to do to get started. As an example here, I would like to make a greeting card, and it would take you to the appropriate portion of that program. Along the top here, these main large icons that you can see them scrolling across now, these give you ideas of what you can do. They tend to focus on the new things that were put in Photoshop Elements in the last version or two. For example, the one here in the center says try this. It says copy one photo to another, extract something you would like from one photo and blend it into another to create the perfect scene. And then you can try now. We'll come back to that in a minute. Down at the bottom on the lower left hand side is something called Auto Creations. Here I've had the Auto Creations option on for a little bit, and it has generated some auto creations. I'll talk more about those in a minute, but you can see in this particular case there is indeed some auto creations that have been created, and there's a button down here. It says view all that we can do later on. On the right hand side are the organizer, photo editor, and video editor if you have Premiere Elements 2019 also installed, which I do. This is how you get in to the various modules of the program for those of you that are used to using Photoshop Elements. Files that you have recently opened and edited are shown down here. Ones on the left are your ones that were in Photoshop Elements. The ones on the right are projects or video projects that you have created in Premiere Elements recently. And you can click on any of these and go directly to that particular project if you want to edit it. Same way with the photo projects here on the left, or the photo files on the left. Here we have a JPEG image opened up. Here was actually a project and another project, another version of it. Okay, so let's take a look at what's here at the top. As you can see, you can scroll through the right-hand arrow here on the right and see several things that you might want to try or at least find out about. Let's take one here. Make fun memes. Get help turning your photos into memes that are perfect for starting a social media. This guided edit shows you how. So we'll open the link to that. Now in this particular case, it takes you actually to the help module, and it will guide you through how to use making a meme template. Here's one here that says actually try this. Create a slow-mo effect. So here we might get something a little different. It's going to use Premiere Elements up here, which is the purple icon, and it says try. So we're going to do that. Loading Adobe Premiere Elements workspace. Okay, in order to try out the slow motion effect, we are going to have to load in a video. So let's see what it says here. Notice we're in the guided edit. Those of you familiar with Photoshop Elements, this is like before. There's a quick edit, guided edit, and expert mode. And we are in Premiere Elements up here, right here. create a slow motion, fast motion effects. So we click there on that guided edit, and it says click add media to add the video clip. So I would click here, and we can load our video file from just searching for it in our Windows Explorer, if you will, files and folders. Go find a video file in the organizer and from these other sources as well. And what this is going to do now is it'll walk us through. Since it's a guided edit, we did go into the expert mode, but we are in the guided edit, and it's going to walk us through how to do add slow motion effects to our video. Now I can quickly get out of this and get back to the hub, which is always one click away down here at the bottom. Now I'm back to the hub. The thing I want to point out to you, you have different kinds of cards up here, if you will, or things you can do. Notice on the one that we did about the slow motion effects, it said try. Over here, create a panorama, it says try. Some of these others are just info that, like I said, when we went to this one for Mimi's, just took you to the help. And then others just say inspiration. Let's see what this one is. Add a special speed effect to your photo, and it's called an inspiration. Okay, so that's what these little icons or large thumbnails are at the top. And you can see if you scroll through these, there's quite a bit of them. And they periodically change. Okay, let's get down here to auto creations. This is where Adobe spent a lot of effort in their development. An auto creation looks at your videos or your photos, or maybe both videos and photos, and creates some kind of a creation from them, like a photo collage, a video collage, a slideshow, or something like that. And it does it all automatically just based on what pictures it sees that were most maybe recently added to your catalog. Now it can create up to 40 of these auto creations, and then it kind of stops and you have to delete some before it can add more. So let's see what they've done here. To begin with, we have one here. It says open. You have created a video collage from your event. We can open it. But before we do that, let's click down here at the bottom where it says view all. I'm going to click there. And now all the auto creations that Elements has produced will be loaded. Okay? Or they're not loaded yet. They're actually available for you to open. Now you can either preview them, like for example, let's say we pick, let's pick this first one. It says we've created a video collage from your event, and it's got a play button. If we click on the play button, in this small window, it is going to play the auto creation. Notice in this one you got 7 windows of video going on simultaneously. Not all of them are videos. A couple of them were still pictures. But you can see that all that was generated. Apparently there was some video clips and a couple of still pictures that it liked, and it made a creation out of them. If we want to go in and work with it, which we can click open. And what this is going to do, it's going to take us to where an audio video collage was made. And we'll be able to add to it, work with it more, change things, and see all of it. I'm going to shrink this down, and there's our video collage. And we can work with it in terms of selecting the videos and modifying them, as well as the still images. This video collage, you can also do it manually, right, with your own selection. But again, this was generated totally automatically by Photoshop Premiere Elements in this case, looking at what is in the organizer, what's been brought in, and using a form of artificial intelligence to generate the collage. Okay, so we're going to back out of this now. We'll just close it down. We won't save it. We're just going to exit it right here. We won't save it. Remember, always you can go back to the hub. If we want to just delete this and has no value to us, we can click on the trash can there and delete it. That auto collage that it was generated, that creation will be deleted. None of its components, the videos and still pictures that were in it, will be changed or deleted or anything like that. Just that auto creation. As you can see, here's another one. We created a photo collage from your photos and videos. There's no play button here, but that's what the photo collage looks like. If we were to click on open, we could go in and modify the pictures, change the format of how they're laid out, and that sort of thing. Notice as you go through there, the description of what it's created, like from your trip. Well, what trip? I don't know that. A soccer event. I got a lot of soccer events. This is what I feel is this is the first version that has auto creations. I think in the future, Adobe will probably add more definitive events. Like what event was that? I'm sure this event was called a particular name, and I'm assuming that these videos, etc., are all from that single event. Therefore, they could certainly put up what I had named that particular event, like a particular soccer tournament or something like that. So, but this is what you can do. It's to me, I don't use it much. I turn it off, and because it is a strain on your system while these are all being generated, depending on the power of your computer. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to close it down. So we're not going to back up our system here. It's opened up. Okay, so now edit, preferences, slide on down to media analysis, and here, right here, I had previously, after those particular creations that you were looking at were generated, I turned it off. In other words, it's not going to look at my my photos and videos anymore and try to generate auto creations from them. I'll delete a few and then I'll probably turn it back on, maybe to generate some new ones. What I found is many of them just are not interesting to me. Sometimes you come across one, you really like it. It did something really quick that you didn't have to spend your time doing, and you liked what its selections. But I generally don't keep it on, but that's totally up to you. You would just click here to turn it on, and then you click here again, generate auto creations, to turn it off. So I'm going to keep it off, click OK. Okay, that pretty much concludes what the hub is all about. It's a lot of, to really get the most out of it and really understand if you like it and like what it does, you need to play with it. So that pretty much completes the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Come back again.